Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Lakers fans want their 18th championship like the Boston Celtics. Despite the good season, fans understand that this squad is still missing decisive players, because it is a long and exhausting season, taking into account that LeBron James will be 40 years old. Reinforcing this squad will be essential to success. Rumors: Lakers want to sign big man from Brooklyn Nets. The Los Angeles Lakers will be on the lookout all season for potential upgrades on the market after a quiet summer, which saw Dalton Knecht be the only rotational addition they made to their roster. Brooklyn Nets forward Cam Johnson is considered to be available in trade conversations for the right price, especially with the 5-9 Nets expected to tank this season. The Lakers have been rumored to be interested in adding Johnson to the roster, but Lakers insider Jovan Buha is concerned that a potential Cam deal could see the team part with Rui Hachimura. He be at a similar level to Rui? I think so. They're different physically. Rui is a better post defender, a bit stronger, and better suited to defend bigs. Cam Johnson is a little quicker on the perimeter, but I think Cam has played better than Rui this season overall. Cam would be a great fit with the Lakers. If there's a way to keep Rui in a Cam Johnson deal, I'd be really interested. If the price for Cam is Rui, you could talk me into it, but I'm not sold. I'm not sure Cam is that much of an upgrade depending on the draft capital required. Hachimura is making $17 million this season while Johnson is making $23.6 million, so the Lakers would have to add another salary in a potential deal that sees Hachimura go to Brooklyn and Johnson come to LA. While the Lakers' primary need has been for a big man, the team's fledgling offense and poor three-point shooting have raised the need for a wing scorer who can stretch the floor at a high level. Johnson fits that, averaging 16.9 points and 4.2 rebounds on 38.1% from 3 on 7.5 attempts per game so far. But Hachimura has been a crucial wing component for the Lakers as well, averaging 12.7 points and 6.1 rebounds while shooting 50% from 3 on a low volume of 3.6 attempts per game. The ideal solution for the Lakers would be to try and use D'Angelo Russell's expiring $18.6 million contract along with a young star like Max Christie to provide the Nets some future upside. A first-round pick will likely be a non-negotiable inclusion, so giving up Hachimura for Johnson might improve the Lakers' scoring but increase the defensive load for LeBron in the frontcourt without Hachimura's ability to be physical in the post as well as the perimeter. Johnson can't replicate that, which could open up other problems for an already porous Lakers defense. Ultimately, it seems whatever price the Lakers pay for Johnson could be a little steep when you compare it to what they need and what the Nets would want to part with him. It might be better for the Lakers to consider a move for Dorian Finney-Smith instead, as the 3-and-D forward would cost less than Johnson as a lower-volume scorer but can help stretch the floor while keeping the Lakers solid defensively. Hachimura has played himself into being a pivotal part of J.J. Redick's Lakers, even if his offensive consistency can fluctuate from game to game. A Cam Johnson trade would fit the Lakers like a glove, but the price of draft capital and picks might be too steep for this franchise who have more problems than just wing scoring. With Hayes injured, Lakers face tough trade market for backup center. The Lakers find themselves in a challenging position as their need for frontcourt depth becomes increasingly urgent. With Jackson Hayes sidelined by an ankle sprain and Christian Wood experiencing setbacks in his knee recovery, the team's big man rotation is stretched thin. According to Dan Woik of the Los Angeles Times, the Lakers have had discussions with a number of teams about big men. However, with several other teams also in the market for centers, Los Angeles faces a seller's market that could drive up prices significantly. Despite their solid 9-4 record, the Lakers' efficiency numbers, 12th overall, suggest they're not quite championship caliber yet. Anthony Davis is playing at an elite level, but his ongoing battles with plantar fasciitis and an eye injury highlight the team's vulnerability at the center position. the Lakers have shown interest in several targets, including Jonas Valanciunas, Walker Kessler, and Brook Lopez. However, their limited trade assets, primarily 2 first-round picks and some second-rounders, put them in a difficult negotiating position. Those picks become even more precious when considering the uncertainty surrounding the post-LeBron James era. Christian Koloko, signed in September after being drafted in the second round in 2022, has been forced into rotation minutes. While he impressed against the Pelicans on Saturday, expecting consistent production from the young center might be overly optimistic. The Lakers' dilemma is clear: overpay now for a backup center using valuable draft capital, or wait until closer to the trade deadline hoping prices become more reasonable. With multiple teams seeking big man depth, Los Angeles might need to focus on other areas of improvement if the asking price for centers remains too steep. Lakers' Anthony Davis being heavily disrespected in latest NBA MVP ranking. Los Angeles Lakers center Anthony Davis has dropped from number 1 to number 5 in Sean Powell of NBA.com's latest MVP ladder. In the first issue of Powell's rankings, Davis came in as the early favorite to win the NBA MVP following a tremendous start to the season. To begin the year, Davis scored 30 or more points in each of the Lakers' first 3 games, all wins. Davis was named the Western Conference Player of the Week after the first week of the season, as new Lakers head coach J.J. Redick centered the offense around the 31-year-old superstar. By no means did Davis's play experience a significant drop to move him down to number 5 just after ranking number 1, but Davis did endure a couple of minor injuries that slowed his production. Davis missed the Lakers' road loss to the Memphis Grizzlies because of an ankle injury and exited the Lakers' win over the Toronto Raptors early because of an eye injury. When Davis did return for the Lakers' home win over the Grizzlies, he shot a season-low 37.5% from the field and scored 21 points. Despite missing time, Davis is toward the top of many NBA statistics. He is averaging 31.1 points, 11.2 rebounds, and 2.6 assists per game. He ranks second in the league in scoring, 8th in rebounds per game, and top 20 in shooting percentage. Currently, Denver Nuggets center Nikola Jokic, number 1, last year's MVP, Boston Celtics power forward Jason Tatum, number 2, Phoenix Suns power forward Kevin Durant, number 3, and Oklahoma City Thunder point guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, number 4, rank ahead of Davis. Davis, who has yet to win an NBA MVP award over his career, has a strong chance at rising up the MVP rankings in the next edition. Hours after the rankings were posted, Davis scored a season-high 40 points with 12 rebounds and 2 assists in the Lakers' win over the San Antonio Spurs, their first game of the 2024 NBA Cup. If Davis adds a couple more high-scoring games over the next week, it would be more surprising if he didn't shoot back up the rankings. Max Christie benefited from the Lakers' rotation decline. Coming into this season, it was clear that the Los Angeles Lakers would be counting on Max Christie to make a leap in his 3rd season, and he seemed ready to do so. However, a rough start to the season, especially offensively, saw him fall out of the rotation in place of veteran wing Cam Reddish. A couple of injuries to Reddish and Rui Hachimura, however, made coach J.J. Redick turn to Christie, and the young point guard responded well with 2 strong performances in consecutive games. Even though Christie couldn't make his jump shot fall in the Lakers' win over the New Orleans Pelicans, he still played excellent defense and grabbed a huge offensive rebound late in the game. Add comments. Afterwards, Christie talked about being out of the rotation for a few games and what he did to turn things around when he got another opportunity. "I think it was good for me, to be honest," Christie said. "Those 3 games were like a reset for me. Just me looking inward to see what I can do better and kind of looking around to see what I can do better, what others can do better. I don't think I necessarily learned anything, it was more reinforcing old habits, and I think the bounce-back game yesterday was really, really good, and today my defense was stellar, I think, and I had some game-winning plays." I think the next order for me is to try to bring the two ends together, and if I can do that, I think it will be very good. He's super liberated and has had a lot of conversations with me and continues to show that he believes in me, which is good for me as a player, to have that reinforcement and confidence, Christie said of Reddick. So for me, it's kind of just going out and playing free and contributing any way I can. Tonight it was energy and defense, last night it was a little bit of both, and now going forward I'm going to try to combine both ends of the court, and I think that will give our half a big boost, so I think that's necessary for us.